Every weekend, from March to Christmas Eve, you'll find owner of Spoiled Cat, Carla Kaminsky, at the Portland Saturday Market.
Oh, well, my husband and I have been doing this for 20 years.
That includes during Saturday's protests. It started along the waterfront, blocks away, but that was enough to keep customers out of downtown.
Well, it was tense. You could tell that people were uncomfortable because of the things that were going around in the media about staying out of downtown because of the event that was coming.
And that took a bite out of business.
It was really down. It was probably since March, yesterday was our slowest day of the year.
These local vendors are really local artists, and they rely on Saturday crowds for their bottom line, which was really affected yesterday. Luckily, Sunday, the crowds are back, business as usual, and things are bustling.
These are small businesses. No one's getting rich here. They're handcrafted artisans. We're a relatively small nonprofit, and several $1,000s hurts us.
Saturday Market Executive Director Howie Beerbaum says the organization lost thousands of dollars in revenue yesterday, and about a third of their vendors stayed away. Vendors like Amy Tatala Beck.
I decided to paint on whatever I had laying around, and it turned into a business.
The painter says with all the hype around the protest and safety concerns from police, she decided to stay home.
So all of the waterfront was being restricted, and we decided that we felt safe, but we just knew that business was not going to be good down here.
Not far down NATO Parkway, those pink gray line sightseeing tours were back on the road today after owner David Beagle canceled routes Saturday over concerns of safety for his employees, the guests, and their vehicles.
When there's a roving protest, you can't run on any kind of schedule, and you can't really run on a consistent route. So it was wisest to shut down. We also were advised by the police department.
At least 4 employees were called off from the job, and Beagle estimates the day was a $5,000 to $6,000 loss. But he's glad he kept his crew and trolleys safe.
The trolleys, it chose not to run, and that was the best decision.
Beagle and the market vendors weren't alone. Businesses like Moonstruck Chocolate on Alder Street, downtown Starbucks, and Nike all shuttered their doors Saturday for what turned out to be a relatively peaceful protest.
It could have turned the other way. I just wish everything was peaceful and organized and permitted so it was predictable for everyone involved, including the citizens of Portland.
Now, with the Proud Boys saying that they plan to return each month, the vendors I talked to say they're really worried about weekend business. Now through September is their peak season. They say calls for the public to stay out of downtown did exactly that, even though the market was largely unaffected. Now, earlier this week, we asked Mayor Ted Wheeler if he thought the city was overhyping the protests, and he said that he didn't think that they were, and that their main concern was safety.